Hello friends, welcome to Aditya Higher Mathematics. In this video, I will discuss a topic related to complex analysis, how to find large integral powers of the imaginary unit I or iota. Also, I am solving this question in 30 seconds. For its solution, watch till of this video. Then only you can understand all the concepts and how to approach or solve such type of difficult or complicated questions. Okay, now we'll discuss the topic. How to find integral powers of imaginary unit, which is called also iota, using shortcut tricks. However large number given, then you can find out this. So first we will discuss what is complex number. First we will discuss some concepts, then we will go to the trick. A number of the form x plus iy, where xy belongs to r and I value is square root of minus 1, is called a complex number, and that I is called iota. Actually, a complex number usually denoted by z, and the set of complex numbers is denoted by the capital letter C. This is small letter z and capital letter C. These are the notations for complex number and set of complex numbers. And that set we can write like this: x plus iy, where x, y all belongs to r. Belongs to r means these x, y are real numbers, and the value of I is the square root of minus 1. Actually, complex number means you don't think it is complicated. Just like building complex, it is the combination of some buildings. Market complex, the combination of some markets. Similarly, the complex number is a combination of real number and an imaginary number. Nothing complicated. Maximum students are thinking complex means it is complicated. It is not like that. Complex means it is just like building complex, market complex. Is a combination of two types of numbers. One is real number and the other is imaginary number. Understood? And these are some examples of complex numbers. Now we will discuss our topic, how to find integral powers of iota. So first we will start with some integer powers. I value is square root of minus 1. I to the power 1 is I, there is no doubt. Then what is I square? I square is, since I is square root of minus 1, its square must be minus 1. I cube is I square multiplication I. These are the some rules first you have to know. Then we will discuss how to find large powers. I to the power 3 is I square multiplication I. Then I square we know that minus 1 multiplied by I. So minus I. Next I to the power 4th is I square I square. I square is minus 1 and I square is minus 1. So minus 1 is plus 1. Next similarly find I5, which is I to the power 4 multiplied by I. That means I4th is 1, already we got. 1 multiplication I is I. Similarly I6, I to the power 5 I to the power 5 we got I. So I is I square. I square value is minus 1. Next I7. I7 similarly I6 multiplied by I. I6 we got minus 1 multiplication I is minus I. I8, I to the power 7 I to the power 7 we got minus I. So minus I is minus I square, but I square is minus 1, so minus plus 1. And what's you are observing, one trend is coming here, or pattern. You see, I power 1 is I and I to the power 5 is I to the power 2 is minus 1, I to the power 6 is minus 1. I to the power 3 is minus I to the power 7 is minus I. Similarly, I to the power 4 is 1, also I to the power 8 is 1. Then what is the pattern coming? That means 4 plus 1 means it is again I you are getting, since 5 is 4 plus 1. That means 6, 4 plus 2 is minus 1. 7 is 4 plus 3 is minus I. 8 is 4 plus 4, which is 1. Then for general case you can write 4 to the power n. That means 4 multiplied any n integers, its value is 1. because similarly what we got I4 1, I8 1, then you get I12 1, I16 1. That means all multiples of 4, if it is power, then its value is 1. Then if it is plus 1, you will get I. If it is plus 2, you will get minus 1. If it is plus 3, you will get minus I. So this is the result you have to remember for whatever power given. If it is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, accordingly I, minus 1 and minus I. Next we will discuss how to find I from big powers given. The process is to find the value of I to the power n when it is n greater than 4. First divide n by 4. What is that number given? You divide first by 4. Let q be the quotient and r be the remainder of that division. Then you know that when you are dividing n by 4, if q you are getting quotient, remainder you are getting as r. Okay, then you can write 4q plus r is n, and since r is the remainder, you are dividing by 4, so r is always less than or equal to 3. Now in you can write like this: I to the power 4q plus r, because n is you are getting 4q plus r. Then now separate I to the power 4q, since power is addition, you can separate by multiplying I 4q and that I r. And I told that just if you are getting I to the power 4 multiply anything, its value is 1. 4 multiplied any integer, its value is 1. So in that I to the power 4 you can write 1. And 1 power anything is 1. So 1 multiplication I to the power r is I to the power r. That means what is the conclusion? Whatever number given, its value is what remainder coming, just I to the power that remainder. Whatever big number given, when you will find its remainder, you will get always it is less than or equal to 3. That means remainder is either 0, 1, 2 or 3. That means you have to know these values. 1, 2, 3. 1 is I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I. Then whatever big numbers given, you can find out. So now we will solve some examples. I to the power 105, and second question I to the power 2020, and one negative power also I am doing. After that we will solve that objective question. So watch till the last of this video. Now you have to find out I to the power 105. I told that whatever given you divide it by 4 and simple division. So here you are getting quotient 26 and remainder is 1. Since I told whatever big number given I to the power that number is equal to I to the power that remainder. So you can write its remainder is 1. So that I to the power 105 is I to the power 1. And I to the power 1 is I, so its value is I. Simple thing. Now we will solve the second question. I to the power 2020. Here also you divide 2020 by 4. Then you will get remainder 0, since this number is divisible by 4. And that quotient is 505. But you need only remainder. Since remainder you are getting 0, I told what is the remainder coming, I to the power that number is equal to I to the power remainder. Remainder is 0. So I to the power 0, anything power 0 you know that 1. So its value is 1. That means within fraction of seconds you are getting the answer. For finding any power, any big power, you can use this what I told. Then you can solve in few seconds. Now the special case, how to do for negative cases. Whatever negative number, you know that it is reciprocal of this. That means 1 by you can write with positive power. And after that follow the same process what we have done. That means divide that number by 4. Then you are getting remainder is 3. Because 4 first divide by multiplied by 1 is 4. And you are getting 15. Then again multiplied by 3, 12. Then you are getting 3. So now it is 35. So multiply 4, 8, 32. Again you are getting 30. Here coming 5. So 35. Now again multiply 4 by 8, 32. So you are getting remainder 3. So that its value is I to the power remainder. Remainder is 3. Now I cube, I told that it is minus I. If you don't know also, you can write I multiplied by I square, and I square is minus 1. It is I cube is minus I. Here already I told. You have to remember these three values. I power 1, I power 2 and I to the power 3. Then whatever power given you can solve. So I to the power 3 is minus 1. If you know I square is minus 1 also you can calculate this. No difficult. So I cube you are writing minus I. If denominator you are getting I, so you multiply both numerator and denominator by I. Then what you are getting? I upon minus I square. Since you are dividing 1, you are multiplying I to both numerator and denominator. 1 multiplication I is I, and here minus I is minus I square. Now I upon I square value you know that minus 1. Minus again sign is minus, so it is plus 1. So I to the I by 1 is I. That means whatever I square coming, I am using its value. And here write also, since I square is minus 1. So I square is minus 1 minus minus plus 1, and I upon 1 is I. So its value is I. So this is the case. If some negative powers given, you write first 1 by that positive power, then follow the process like positive values. Understood? So this is the way you can do. Whatever that big number given is equal to its remainder. Now we will solve that objective question. Before that question, I am solving one simple question to clear your more concept. The value of 1 plus I to the power 5, 1 minus I to the power 5 is, out of 4 options, you have to choose the correct one. Here you see both have same power given. Here power 5 and in the second case also power 5. Now you combine both and take whole power 5 because both have same power. Now it is in the form a plus b, a minus b. So use its formula. A square minus b square. That means 1 square minus I square. 1 minus I square value again use minus 1. Now minus minus plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2 to the power 5 and 2 to the power 5 is 32. So here it is coming. Option D is the correct answer. Now we will solve our question. This question actually it is looking like very difficult, but its solution process is only 30 seconds. And for such type of solutions, if you have not subscribed my channel, now only do subscribe and like my video and give comments how you are liking these videos. Then it motivates me to solve more questions and give more tricks for all types of mathematics problems. Now we will solve this. Actually I to the power some big powers given, not only one, here some more numbers given. 592, 590, 588, 586, 584. Denominator also 582, 580, 578 and 576, 574. And again minus 1 is given. Then what is its value? You have to choose. Now you observe one thing. Here the difference is 2 in each power. Denominator also difference is 2 in each power. For such type of same difference power questions, what is the lowest one given? You have to take common from numerator, and from denominator also what is the lowest one given? You have to take common. This is the trick. So here lowest is 584, so I am taking common. But it was 592. When we are taking 584 common, then you have to subtract 584 from 592 because you are taking common means what remaining you have to write. So it is I to the power 8. Then I to the power 590. When you are taking 84 common, so again subtract 584 from 90. What remaining coming? 6. So I to the power 6. Similarly here 88 and you are taking 84 common. So 88 minus 84 is 4. Next 586 minus 584 is I to the power 2. Since I to the power 584 you are taking common, here it is only I to the power 584, so its value is 1. Upon denominator also same thing. What is the lowest one? 574. You take common and see the difference. 582 and 574. Difference is 8. So write 8. 80 difference 74 is 6. Then 78 and 74 difference is 4. 76, 74 difference is 2. Now 574 is given. You are taking this is only common. So its value when taking common is 1 inside that bracket. Now we are getting within bracket same in both numerator and denominator. Now you can cancel both. And after cancellation, numerator is 584, denominator you are taking 574 common. So what you will get? I 584 power upon I 574 power. Simple mathematics, just we are cancelling. After that, since it is division, you have to subtract power 584 minus 574, so I to the power 10. Now I told that when you divide 10 by 4, it is a small number, so I am writing directly 4 multiplication 2 plus 2, because 4 multiplied 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. Now the remainder is 2. This is the remainder, what plus coming. So its value is I to the power 2. I am applying this one. Once again I am telling, whatever big number coming which is equal to I to the power, that remainder. So remainder is 2. Now I square is 1 minus 1. So I square I am writing minus 1. And after that you can observe this question, don't think minus 1 is the correct answer. Again minus 1 is there. We got only its value. Its value is only minus 1. But again minus 1 is there. So don't think minus 1 is the correct answer what you got. To find out the answer of this question, again what is given, you put minus 1. Already you calculated its value minus 1. Again minus 1 is there. So minus 1, answer is minus 2. So minus 2 now you see in which option given? Option B. So its value we are getting minus 1. Again there is minus 1. So minus 1 is minus 2. So option B is the correct answer. I know all of you are watching my videos, but you are not doing any likes, comments, and also you are not subscribing my channel. Please now only subscribe, to likes and comments how you are liking these videos. And for more updates and more videos, press bell button to get all the classes when I will upload in future. Thank you friends. Take care.